What up, everybody? It's your boy Nautical. Welcome back to Destiny. Man, I want to talk about the elite versus the casual when it comes to tournament-based gameplay. Now, this isn't a discussion about everybody in the Destiny community. It's mostly not even about most people. It's about a very, very few, slim amount of people that have a complex that feels that if they jump into a Crucible game, even if it's a tournament setting or a setting where even if it's not money on the line or anything, just just to have fun, just by being in the 1%, you're going to be super competitive. No one wants to lose when they're in the top 1%. That's just a given. But we also got to remember those people that we're playing with in these casual tournaments, they don't see the game like we see it. We see the game in a avenue of improving, getting the best out of every situation we can when it comes to PvP. I look at like Wish You Luck and Incooch and Triple Wreck and all these other people just to see how they improved at the game, just so I can improve too. I take little things from all the things that they show in their gameplay and implement them to mine. And I still have a long way to go. But you know what? That's what makes me a top 5%er, because I want to get better. You're not a top 5%er just because you're great at the game. You're a top 5%, top 1% because you want to learn the game, plus you do what it takes to improve at the game. And you also got to remember, there's people out there that aren't like that. Destiny was built around the promise of a single player game that gives you the opportunity to become legend through your own actions when you play it. And that is something that is really, really lost amongst the community when it comes to a lot of the PvP top 1%er. Not, you know what? I take that back. Not a lot of the top 1%. Like I said, there's a very few people. But we have a responsibility as part of the top 1% to help shepherd some of these lower level guardians that really haven't experienced the Crucible. We have a responsibility to get them in and make them feel comfortable and make them feel at home, because if we don't, we're going to end up with posts like we've been ending up with, skill-based matchmaking running through the forums of Bungie.net. And the reason that's happening because, the top 1% plays hardcore all the time. The bottom 75%, they have other things to do. They play other games. They don't feel connected to this game like we do. There are some that do, because those are the ones that are probably running raids and just doing strike playlists and things that you can do with their friends that don't involve them jumping into competitive matchmaking and trying to do that. Some people don't want to get better at competitive matchmaking. Sometimes they just want to come in and play with their friends and just experience it. And when we have the opportunity as a community of PvPers to do that, we need to put our arms out and welcome them graciously to the community, because if we don't, we're going to lose a lot of people to a lot of good people, even not even good players, but just people that might want to jump into the Crucible and get better. Nobody wants to jump into a room with people that cry and complain about lag and about unbalanced teams or whatever the hell is going on in a tournament setting that you're doing or anything like that. Sometimes they just want to come in there and just enjoy the people they're playing with. One of their friends might say, hey, we're running this tournament. Why won't you jump in and and get into it so you can see exactly how it goes? And for some people that might be great, but for other people, they might be intimidated. And if they're intimidated, it's up to us to show hey, even knowing we're really, really good at the game, or we think we're really good at the game, you're going to still have as much fun here as you would have by just running a regular raid with friends that you know forever. We're not here to judge anybody. We're not here to bash anybody. We're not here to, talk shit about anybody. It's all about just the experience of playing with other people. And I don't want to lose good people like that from the Crucible because of the actions of the minority. It's sad, but Destiny is not the type of game that will survive on the PvP side if we don't, as PvPers, lend a helping hand to some of these people out here that just, want to play and have fun. I don't like to lose, but you know what? I will still play with just random people just to, you know, experience what it is to, you know, run with just random people through games. I mean, even raids. I ran raids with people that didn't know none of the mechanics in it. And I knew I was going to be in it for 4 or 5 hours. But you know what? When we finally beat it, it was like the best experience you can ever have. You help somebody learn something that they didn't know how to do before. And that's how you need to treat PvP. When they come into PvP, people that just don't, you know, people with low KDs, you know, why won't you like tell them like, hey, this is what you should do. This is where you should run. This is the angle you should look at. You know, give them some type of pointers. But on top of that, don't bash and talk shit when shit isn't going the way you wanted to go when you're playing with these people, because these people are the ones that are going to keep this game going because they're the majority. So, you know, this is becoming a rant and a ramble. I just wanted to drop this out there because there's a lot of stuff that, you know, is going on in certain communities. You know, mostly I just got through playing in a tournament where we had a couple of issues and stuff. But guys, this is going to be something I want us all to, you know, do. As PvPers, the good, the bad, no matter who you are, always respect the other people you're playing with. Always try to help other people improve. And that's all you can do as a member of the Destiny community to help this game keep growing that we love, okay? Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good day. Peace.